Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? And can you see the screen? I will explain what you're looking at in a minute. This is courtesy of an excellent X account. They are just hilarious and they create the best things ever. It's so clever, isn't it? I don't know how people do this. Obviously, it's an AI. It's some sort of app. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I mute myself there. I've got it on in the background. Yeah, so I can see that you guys have got the screen big. You can see what's going on here. Hello, everybody. Pamela, Bernie, Samantha, Stephanie, Christine, Emily, Pamela, and Bernie. Again, Red Squirrel, Deb Jones, Josiah, Rusty Mouse, K-Mac, Denise, Linda Wagner, Jan Williams. Hello, everyone. I'm not going to do that all night because, it will annoy you. But yeah, what do you think? It's an account on X called That One. And in a minute, I will make big on the screen this particular X account because he, she, whoever it is, they are enormously talented. And they make these kind of things all the time. Oh, it's hilarious. So you can all hear and see okay. Yes, it is that, Emma Greed. Yes. But don't worry, Megan won't see this unless her social media manager screenshots it, which of course they won't. Or why doesn't Harry get a hair transplant and shut the fuck up? It's not that easy, actually. Hair transplants. It's a bit hit and miss. My brother-in-law had it done. Sorry if I'm a bit low down. I've had issues with the camera. I have to use gaffer tape normally to just get it to stay where it is. But I've got it to balance, and I can't move it anymore. Yeah, we'll have a look at some other works. I mean, they're works of art. These should be in Tate Modern. They really should. They should have like active picture frames. Yeah, hair transplants. They're I knew a guy once who was a salesman for hair transplants, and it's not always successful. And yeah, my brother-in-law had it, and when he had quite curly hair, so it worked quite well for him. But when he pulled his roots, so I could see, they were like dead neat rows, a bit like doll's hair. I think they should have done it a little bit more haphazard, but his worked. He was really felt really self-conscious about it, and he felt it was worth the money, so he did it, and he looked great with it. And I mean, the poor guy had cancer for 24 years. And I mean, he had chemo quite a few times, and his hair did not fall out on the types of chemo that he was on, thank goodness, because I mean, he spent thousands having it done. Right, good. Harry could buy one of Kim Kardashian's new Merkin thongs. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I don't really follow the Kardashians at all. Let's have a look at this X account. And hang on. Right. She's called who did this? Angry Face? I think that's got to be a joke, isn't it? But I'm sure that this is made by this one. Now, how do I go? How do I go to the person? Oh, there we go. That one. Now, I follow this account, and this account is absolutely hilarious. They have all kinds. I'm going to try and find some of their works of art. I frequently repost from this account. Oh, I can't see any of her. Right, let me have a look at her media. I think it's a lady. I mean, it could be a man. I really don't know. This is the account, that and the number one. It's actually IHTIANDRS 12 with an at the beginning. So if I go to media, because I can't remember the oh look, you'll like this one.
I want to break free.
Stop it. My God. I think we got away with that one, people. It's all right. Oh, he or she, they do them quite frequently, obviously. I've posted absolutely loads of these. Oh, what's that one? I don't know what that is. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe I'm in the wrong section. I'm sure it's this account. They've got loads of stuff. Maybe it's in media, posts. Oh yeah, look at. Yeah, I remember reposting that one. Can you guys see that? I mean, I don't know why Megan does this to herself with the trousers. I have reposted that one before. Look at that. I hadn't seen that before. The one with Harry. Kardashian's underwear. Yeah, that one is a great account. If there were X awards, this account holder would win, hands down. They are the best ever. It's hilarious. I'll try and find some others. There's the Harry one. Pretentious dinner parties. And yeah, let's film them and put them all over the fucking internet, shall we? No, stop you, stop. Oh, goodness me. I just don't think. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'll get rid of that. I'm not keen on that. I'm not sure what's. I haven't actually been on X for a while, but whenever I go on it, this account is most definitely worth a look. I don't know what that is on her face. Oh yeah, I saw the video of us sitting in the cockpit. Anybody can do that. If you're on a commercial flight, you can ask the air hostesses if what's that one all about? You can ask them if you can go up to the cockpit, and sometimes the pilots say, yeah, that's okay. You know, it's not a big deal. But trust Markle, eh? Trust Markle. She's got to go sit there with the pilots because her husband is not a pilot. Mine was. Hers is not. Oh, has that been photoshopped or is that for real? Did she actually look like that, or is this that one account done something? It's that. Is that honestly how she looked? Oh, good grief. That's terrible. That is terrible. And maybe this person hasn't posted anything recently. Oh, hang on, what's this? I don't know how they do that, but it's kind of brilliant, isn't it? Oh no! Stop it! Can you guys see this? So yeah, just go on X and type in THAT, enter the number 1, and it's worth it. Definitely worth it to see. Right. So how is everybody this evening? I'll have a look and I'll see if she's got any Harry ones. Mm. Oh dear. Oh dear. What the fuck is going on there? Actually, you know, I can imagine why she doesn't want to look on social media. I can imagine. So what do you guys make of the fact that those puff pieces today, I don't know if you guys saw the. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's happened there? Oh. Ooh. So anyway, yeah, moving on. Right, what are we up to? That's the tranny boxer. I don't know who that is. I saw that. Read the ones about the fire relief. It's in that. I think they photoshopped Arman Kalimantan, the male boxer who was the women's champion. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. But yeah, it is nightmare fuel. It is. I mean, that's actually quite. It's quite clever, that, isn't it? Yeah. So, what do you all think about uh, all these puff pieces talking about Harry's manhood? I think it's quite shocking, actually. I'll stop sharing that one now. Um, here we go. Um, he, uh, oh, it's the fake candor. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this prick. This prick goes round YouTube pretending to be candor. Everybody knows about it. Even accounts, YouTube channels that don't like candor know this dickhead exists. Alcohol binges, yes. Cheers, everybody. Fell for it, troll. This is cranberry juice. One absolute wanker. I'm actually going to boot this one because, and other channels, I know Sue Smith had the fake candor on, and ban user and delete their comments. And you know, I don't normally do that, but pretending to be other people on YouTube is a dickhead move. And it's really pretty pathetic. And I would also like to say tonight a massive thank you to Screwed Slime. Screwed Slime last night cleared my late husband's name. He did. It is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I don't actually subscribe to him at the moment. I've explained to him it's because, unfortunately, because he's got a fairly new channel. He did have one before. Whenever there are these new channels that come up, you get the same circuit of troublemakers. I had them on my channel when I first started 6 years ago. And yes, we'll be having a 6th anniversary party in November. Yeah, they all came to my channel. Nola Park, Sammy Morgan, or la 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 la. And they go round every time someone's got a new channel. Candor had them on his channel, Slime's got them on his channel, Denise had them on her channel. And eventually, you know, as the creator, once they've had the channel is like really starting to take off, they find out very quickly and they boot and flick. So these little fleas have to go to the next unsuspecting YouTube channel and start pissing them off. Or pretending to be other YouTubers. I dare say we'll have a fake Screwed Slime in a minute. We'll probably have a fake Denise. We might even have a fake Michelle Meltdown. We could have a fake anything. This dickhead has even faked my late husband. How sick and stupid is that? So now Candor, the Enigma, is a moderator on my channel. So you'll know it's the real him if he turns up, because he will have a blue spanner. And Trevor is a moderator on my channel as well. So no, oh yeah, Samantha Mustard. Yeah, I understand. He has been rude. He has been rude to people in the past, and he has dissed people. I thought he was very rude to Juanita, as well as to you. But what he did last night was basically this other woman created a really nasty troll account. Remember, last year, this guy wanted to sue me. One of the things he wanted to sue me for was the contents of this fucking troll account that this woman set up. She's another YouTuber, Gertie Rude. And then this year, she's been pretending it's me that was behind it. Well, Screwed Slime cleared my name and Graham's name. And oh boy, won't that Russell feel fucking stupid now? And all the silly people who gave him money on his crowdfunder to spend money on a legal letter to try sue me for some shit that was nothing to do with me. Whoopsie doodle, as Christopher Boozy would say. So thank you, Screwed Slime, for that. If Harry hang on. All right, yeah, I keep forgetting I put the comments up. If Harry is taking both Propecia and topical minoxidil, or in pill form, he could get an enlarged male breast tissue mood swings. Yeah, I think that is a side effect. I do, European. I think it's Megan putting out these puff pieces. I think she's oops. Thank you, Mustard. And I think he does realise, he does realise. I think a lot of people on all sides realise. I've called him names and I've realised, you know what I mean? Where else does she live the rest of the year? Who? Megan? I don't know. Oh, it's Carla in the house. Hello, Carla. Hello, Ava. Ava, is that you, Ava, or is that Avalon? Is that different? Is that Ava? Ava? Oh, hang on. And Lorna says, and a low sperm count. I don't suppose he's bothered about that. What happened to Gertie Rude before her husband passed? She put out great content, but now, oh my God, she's insane. I've no idea. She's lost the fucking plot, hasn't she? Absolutely lost the plot. But I mean, that Screwed Slime actually telephoned somebody live, and you kind of have to go watch it. That's all I can say. And then Ava. Right, okay. Harry may be putting his children at rest by using those chemicals for balding. Do you think? I'm not sure. I wouldn't have thought so. But I mean, is it even true? Is it even true, really? I wouldn't be surprised if he's impotent for years due to other pharmaceuticals. He might have been impotent before. In fact, it's I'm gonna sit on a cushion. There we go. That's better. All because my stupid camera won't stay up. Yeah. I think that probably the royal family, I mean, I think they travel with spare units of blood. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I know this sounds like really disgusting, nitty gritty for the men in the family, but they probably take samples. I would have thought from all the royal family and freeze them, But it's the kind of thing they do with that sort of family, isn't it? Like Meghan had her eggs frozen or something. But an awful lot of other drugs as well, Moira. Will do that, won't they? An awful lot of other drugs. Well, he could do. That is a side effect. He could create fancy lingerie. Male undergarment line, yes. I mean, it's all to do with the hormones and the balance. And if they don't get it right, then yes, the man can, get a cup size. Heard a YouTube that said he had a testicle not descended and that was operated on him at age 3. That's well, I love your icon, by the way. That looks like God in the sky. I love that. Isn't it awful being a Windsor? Who would want to be a Windsor when us, the public, because they're a bloodline, we're talking about such graphico. Do you know what I mean? Their sperm counts and their eggs and their, oh goodness. I mean, Harry has looked depressed since shortly after his marriage. It's great to see so many new names in the comments. I haven't seen all these new names before. Yeah, do you know what? A few YouTubers have noticed that old Harry was developing a cup size before. And we're going to go through her Instagram as well. Well, not go through it because I don't know that I can get. I don't think I can get Instagram. This is my mate sent me another link to something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I believe that one. Oh, Diana told people. Really? But did she? That's moobs as opposed to moon boobs. Megan's going to get moon boobs. Yes. There's always, there was always tension, wasn't there? With those two, always tension. Yeah, I think what she's going to do is cosplay. Oh, bloody hell, that TV's loud, Cat. You've been standing on the remote. I'll just go and turn it down. Hang on. Bras for Harry, custom made. No, you're not getting any more biscuits. Yeah, I think she's going to cosplay Diana. She's going to try that. But don't worry, guys, she'll fail dismally like she does at everything else. Oh, it's quite cool sitting like this. I might get myself a stool. I wonder. Yeah, he's into nipples, isn't he? Well, my nephew actually used to do sales for that, telesales, ringing women up and saying, "Do you want to get your eggs frozen?" Seriously. I remember him telling me, and I thought, what a peculiar business to be in. I said, why would someone do that? That was years ago. So, and they do like finance, so she could have done. It lowers testosterone levels. Testosterone attacks hair follicles. Yeah. Because I mean, that's what they say, isn't it? If they say someone's bald, like William, it's like it's meant to be a sign of virility. Harry hasn't actually gone bald like that, though, has he? So, yeah. I completely agree, Lemon Trifle. I agree. And I mean, I don't approve at all of a lot of the things that he's done. And I think he's been really stupid and he's been really mean. And mostly he's been pig-headed. Just wouldn't listen to anybody about it. Well, he's going to pay the price if she's going to start talking about how he cannot rise to the occasion and all that sort of thing and his manhood. I mean, he's not going to like that. No man is going to like that, are they? How rude. How bitchy. Who could wear a what? A moo. What the hell is a moo? Okay, see you later, Moira. Thank you for dropping in. Andrew gives up titles. Really? I'm going to Google that. Prince Andrew is set to give up all of his titles, including the Duke of York, the Telegraph understands. The development follows a string of new scandals. Do you know what? I probably think with Andrew, he probably thinks, do you know what? Get bent, a lot of you. I'm sick of this. I'm going to make a stand on this. Personally, I am sick. Cover your ears, people. I am sick and fucking tired of hearing Andrew Epstein. Oh, let's beat that drum for another 10 fucking years. Fuck off, press. Print about Harry and Meghan some of the truth. Get down to it, you dickheads. Learn. You want to earn money by clicks? Print what people want to hear. Is there a connection between Epstein and Markle? Is there a connection between Andrew and Markle? Start moving on with your story. No one fucking cares. Epstein's dead. Glenn is in prison. Andrew's been marched up and down the hill like the grand old Duke of York, whipped naked and set fire to. Move the fuck on. And while you're at it, Fleet Street, build decent websites that don't keep rebooting with a ton of adverts. Get to grips. This is 2025, you fucking dinosaurs. Pardon my French. That's going to be a strike against me, isn't it? Unless YouTube don't like the UK press. No, I don't think they do they? But the reason I don't like the UK press is because they're so fucking boring. So fucking boring. Get with a beat, dinosaurs. God's sake. I don't see fucking Sarah and Andrew going around making bloody fools of themselves, giving interviews, parading themselves all around on these faux royal tours. God. Yeah, I heard about Andrew Lowney's investigating it finally. Yeah, I heard. Good. Get on with it. I'm not interested in buying the fall of the House of York. Not interested. any more than I am. Henry VIII and his 6 sodding wives, which I was tortured with at school, by the way. Yeah, I know all their fucking names, and I know how they died and how it all went down, because they went on and on and on. God, I bet old Henry thought, cut a couple of wives' heads off, they'll all forget about it next week, 400 odd years later. I don't think so, Henry. I don't think so. No, no one's ever going to know, Ginger. No one's ever going to know. And they eke it out. Don't they think we've got fucking lives to live? Oh, and then they want to subscribe to this newspaper and subscribe to that newspaper and subscribe. For what? Fuck off. Print an actual story. Print about the hot tea in Australia. Press. You bloody well know about it. You can damn well believe Fleet Street know all the deets on that. Telling the governor's wife to fuck off. Print about that. Bullying of the palace staff. Print about that. Just shut the fuck up about Epstein. Oh, I'm so sick of hearing about it. I think the Sussexes took the leaf out of the Yorks book and they're very alike. I think they're quite different, actually. They're different sort of characters. I mean, I'll give Andrew his dues. I mean, he's always looked a bit sleazy. Do you know what I mean? He's never hid behind manfulness and kindfulness, and I'm a good, cuddly guy, and I'm so, the environment. I'm seeing him walking barefoot on a beach saying he's going to, all this hypocrisy, looking down his nose at the rest of us. I mean, the guy wanted to shag whatever. I mean, he went off and shagged whatever. Whereas Harry and Meghan, they've got to pretend to be so fucking perfect when they are far, far, far from it. Yes, of course. Well, she will try and mimic Diana and a divorce. The one thing Meghan won't mimic is an actual, I'm not sure I can say it actually, or I might be pushing my luck with YouTube, an actual, road traffic accident, shall we say. I don't think she'd, yeah, well, I think you're going to be waiting a long time. I really do. I think that the impression that I get, and yeah, I did see the video, is, maybe my book ain't selling so well. People want to know about connection between Megsy and Epstein, Megsy and Andrew. Maybe I'll do a few interviews, say there's going to be, a bit of a connection there, and, get some book sales up. I'm sorry, doesn't he write a book about, I don't know, wallpaper or something? Considering there's supposed to be hundreds of Epstein's friends like Andrew. Yeah, we never hear about any of them, but Andrew gets berated left, right, centre all the time. And I don't care. I know it's terrible. Okay, I'm a bad person. There are wars going on all over the world where children are dying. I'm a bad person. That's not my content. Okay, because I'm not interested. There's nothing I can do. I've actually had lunatics. Anyone remember Diane Durham came after me because I was wearing a Star of David. And apparently it was my fault that I couldn't cure the peace in Gaza or whatever. I'm like, woohoo, what is the matter with these people? And why don't they get off their high horses and stop pretending they're all fucking perfect? Because nobody, my friends, is perfect. Nobody. Hello, outer limits. The nature of their birth, at least the last 3 number 2s, have been a bother one way or the other. Or maybe the press try and make them out to be a bother. Because, I think Princess Margaret was actually quite well behaved and supported the Queen. Certainly when from when I was aware, which would have been like 1975. She may have been a bit wild in her youth, but she always seemed quite prim and proper, actually, to me. So maybe the press make more of a do of it. Release the folder about Meghan's bullying. Yes, Wanda. Yes. And stop messing about with all this other this horse shit. No, not true. Andrew and Fergie deserve all they get. They're not scapegoats. I'm not saying they're scapegoats, but God's sake, I remember working at the Dolphin Safari, right? 11-hour days. And I go in on the internet, and when you log into your email, you get news items. Epstein, Andrew, Epstein. And I just think, what the fuck? Started in 2015. We're in 2025. No, this is not called scapegoat. This is called Fiona's sick of hearing about it. Don't fucking care. I'm going to be blunt about this. I don't care. There are plenty of things. All right, release the rest of the names on the Epstein list. Where's that then? There's plenty, isn't there? No, is it bloody Fleet Street people? With the Diana tapes and stuff and the Charles tapes, The motherfuckers held on to them for 8 years before they released them. William would not do that to his children. He can't. No, William shouldn't abdicate. He's not going to abdicate. He's not going to abdicate so Megsy can sit on the throne. For God's sake. It's never going to happen. In her fantasies, in her crazy, crazy dreams. This will set the stage to remove Harry's titles. Maybe Andrew is just like, I want to live a private life. I've stepped down from everything. At what point? I mean, let's say we all wake up tomorrow and Andrew says, you know, I'm relinquishing all titles, absolutely everything. I am just going to be Andrew, whatever, Mountbatten, Windsor. You can bet your bottom dollar, I bet you people, let's bet £1 on it. There is still going to be some out there going, nah, get in there, set fire to him, strip him naked, burn his house, kill his wife and children and descendants. There, because there's always people like that. And those people need to, so we can all concentrate on actual news stories. Well, for me personally, that I'm interested in. Oh God, yeah, that Diane Durham. God, didn't hear any more of her. Take it, she's taking her medication. Fucking hell. No, you're not a bad person. Not at all. Why? Do you feel the same? Do you feel the same that it's like, just you know, move along, people, move on. They only announce the people they don't want around anymore. Maybe, yeah, hello, Susan. Yes, she did. She said, we're more in love than ever. But don't let that stop her announcing some divorce. And if she does, if this divorce announcement is coming, she's going to make it sound like it's her doing the dumping. And I just don't believe that. From what I've seen in all the years, it's always the Windsor that does it. A source says Harry is impotent from his ginger hair growth meds. Well, what? Isn't that called anti-Semitic? Yeah, they could. I think they should just break the NDAs. According to Valentine Lowe, oh, I'm way behind on the comments. According to Valentine Lowe, there are victims of the Sussex Survivors Squad that are chomping at the bit. Well, I say to them, print and be damned. Go for it, people. Sue and be damned. Go, use whistleblower. They've every right. Absolutely every right. Why does... Because, right, it sets a really bad example for the whole Windsor family. It's basically one rule for them and another for the rest of us. When they keep letting Harry and Meghan get away with it, Andrew's not getting away with anything. There's another rule for him. It's like, well, we've got a lot of problems. Let's keep going on about that. No, it shouldn't be like that. Why is she being invited to dinner parties? Why is she being applauded? Why is she buying awards? Why are people sharing stages with her? I personally think she's a disgrace. And if the bullying reports were released, you know what that Hollywood lot alike for cancel culture. Oh, not in my backyard. Oh, I'm not sharing a stage with her. It would be kaput, finish, end. It would be over. And then the public would be going, well, maybe they're, well, the rest of the public, because I get the impression it's like 80% of the British public want the titles removed, definitely want them off the website. So it might get the other 20% on board. Duke title, not Prince. Yeah, there's a difference, isn't there? I remember Lady C saying in how they can be removed. But if they were removed from the website, Julia, don't you think that would speak volumes? Why doesn't Dingleball just get a hair transplant? He can afford it, right? Well, yeah, he probably has had one, actually. I bet he's got some stuff he can spray on his head. A bit like expanding foam. Soho members are as corrupt as the parents. Well, I mean, I get the impression this Soho house is it's like a knocking shop or something, isn't it? That's the impression I get. Yeah, she's a fruit loop. She's off her rocker, isn't she? Off her rocker. If Prince Andrew has done that, he does have some honour. It's unfortunate, but it means people will call for the same for H&M. Exactly. I think I said something along those lines, that if Andrew said, look, can you just remove me from the website, please? Can you remove my titles? I don't want to hear another word about this. He has not been arrested. He has not been charged, as far as I know. just be done with the loss of it. In fact, even move out of Royal Lodge. Go, yeah, it's fine. I've found somewhere else to live. And guess what? It's no one's business but mine and my family. And he just went to go and live a private life. I think that people would not admire it, but I think they would appreciate it. And it would pave the way to just get rid for Harry and Meghan. Who knows? William might have said to him, listen, we'll make sure you're all right for money, Andrew. Get out. We want you to move out of Royal Lodge. We want you to renounce all the titles, but we want you to do it voluntarily as opposed to having it stripped. And we'll make sure you've got an income for the rest of your life. We'll look after you. And if William could persuade his uncle to do that, yeah, that would Harry and Meghan. Oh, I've got to sit down properly because my feet are aching. Harry wouldn't have a leg to stand on, would he? And neither would his first wife. Yes, it would. It would help William a lot, ready for his throne. Prince Andrew said, "We will stand together." He was in on the activities with Epstein, but I think Lady C, I can't remember what the term is that she used. I'm actually gonna Google it, because did you know she sued the Mirror because they accused her of using the word pedo? There's a name for it. It's called ephobophilia, I think. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, the Daily Mirror used the incorrect. Where's it gone? Oh, we're back. Daily Mirror used the incorrect thing. She sued them and she won because she was right. Harry and his wife need to be taken off the website. Yes, Rhonda, it's a very simple thing. A couple of clicks of a button. Even the royal family can't fool us into thinking that it's really technical and really difficult to do. They should, and Andrew should be removed from the list of the working royals, because he has not been for a long time. So I don't really understand why he's there anyway. I don't think Harry's going to age very well at all. I really don't. Right. I mean, if he does give up his titles, I dare say he will have done a deal, won't he? No, I don't know what's going on with the French government. Tower of London, Zaza? I think Meghan is going to end up getting sectioned. I do think that's going to happen. Hello, Doreen. I do. I think Meghan is going to end up getting sectioned. What's this? I was hit by YouTube for saying I cut my leg on a nail. Oh, good grief. Oh. Bots, eh? Bloody bots. Do you know what? Bots are just like microwave pizza, aren't they? Yeah, they're just like the real thing, aren't they? Yeah, I know what the garter titles are, but just because I haven't got my glasses on, when I saw it small, Pamela, I thought you said Andrew's lost his garter. Stories emerging about B and Huge about charity problems and work with Middle Eastern banks. Well, once there's blood in the water with the press. Unless your name's Lexi and Harry, then they're allowed to get away with what they bloody well like. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, in the comments. But it would appear to me. No wonder they've been such stupendous brats all these years, with all these enablers. And I don't just include people like members of his family. The late monarch let him get away with a lot. His father does let him get away with a lot. Fleet Street let him get away with a lot. I know they're not based in Fleet Street anymore. For example, Daily Mail's in Derry Street. I know that. But they're enabling, aren't they? Always toning it down. They haven't, Lady C's right, they haven't got the balls to go there. Lady C's gone there. Plenty. A woman alone with assets to lose, who's built a life for herself. She's got the cojones to go there. But Fleet Street, snivelling little cowards. No, they don't want to touch Harry or Meghan or criticise them. They've always got to tone it down for them, make it all special from them. I think that Harry's wife will end up pushing a shopping cart around the street. Yeah, unless she's just bundled off to the nut farm. And I will call it the nut farm. God, this mental health shit does my head in. It really does. I applaud that stigma should be removed. Everybody's got some sort of mental health. God knows I've probably got plenty myself and I'm undiagnosed. But I do feel that when people are promoting this, let's remove the taboo. And actually, I don't think there is any taboo these days. I think it's like a badge of honor. It's kind of encouraging people to think, oh, well, I can talk to perfect strangers exactly how I like. Just go up to someone in the street, start spitting at them, screaming in their face because I've got mental health problems. So I think it does need to be kept into proportion. Hello, Ham Shackleton. Mr. Star. Oh, my God, was Trevor live? Holy shit. I had no idea. Fuck. I haven't spoken to him. I just think I did speak to him today. Yes, losing money they can't afford to do with Royal Stock. Yeah, Lisa. I mean, they're going down the toilet, legacy media. And they wonder why. It's because they've gotten too much into the habit of taking money off these PR firms who just want them to basically print adverts for their whatever celebrity they work for. And it's boring. And no one wants to hear that shit. So, yeah, of course. Having mental health issues doesn't give you carte blanche to be a twat. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I do applaud Prince William for doing, and Catherine for doing this sort of thing. But I don't think they realise that it's really difficult to get a message across to a very large audience. And I think some people are interpreting it that they can just, oh, I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that. I can do that if I like. Hi, Clumple. Their PR stunt has not worked. Which one? There's been loads, isn't there? Smells like the back of a fish truck. Okay, I think that's got to be a conversation. Yeah, puff. Yeah, because it's not just Harry and Meghan who do puff pieces. There's loads of celebrities do puff pieces, and they bore the shit out of me, and it just makes me not even want to look at that celebrity anymore. I just think, well, if you're gonna, I only watch Harry and Meghan because they're connected to the Windsors, and I want to see where the story goes. But with your average celebrity, I mean, take, for example, Katie Price. I've got nothing against Katie, but she's had nothing but puff piece for years. And it's so bloody boring. And I just think, well, if you're only going to put shit like that out there, I'm not reading anything. I don't care. Go away, live your life. Yeah, Meghan's failed PR. Meghan fails at everything. Everything. Who would be able to commit Meghan? Well, I suppose Harry. If he's sane enough himself. It's quite difficult these days, actually, I believe. In fact, Graham's friend who taught him to fly, Richard, he came out to visit last year. And he was explaining his son killed himself. His son had serious mental health issues. And Richard and his ex-wife tried desperately to get him committed a couple times. And apparently he was doing really well in the hospital. And they threw him out. They said, no, he's better now. He was in for about 3 or 4 weeks. And they kept saying, no, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And he's obviously devastated. He lost his son over it because it was serious. And I don't know what it's like in the States to get people committed. Obviously, nobody wants the days to come back where people are committed for ridiculous reasons, like, oh, you got pregnant outside of marriage, or your father thinks you've been a bit rude to family guests at the Christmas dinner table, or, oh, you're gay, you must be committed and have a lobotomy. Nobody wants that shit anymore. But it's now got to the stage with society, I swear to God, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, where the bad behavior that we all see on social media, that is going to start spilling out onto the streets. And I'm not just talking about knife crime. People are going to start losing their actual shit on the streets, and it will become a zombie apocalypse. And then they'll be going, oh, what are we going to do about this? I live in California. It is the ACLU. I don't know if that's a private conversation in the chat. Harry Megsley copying. Yeah. Plus, I reckon he just can't stand her. Hello, Annabelle. Oh, yeah. I heard another rumour today. What's all this about this Daniel? Now, right, I haven't actually read this in an article. My mate Moj. Was it Moj? No, it was someone. No, it was someone else. It was you, Annabelle. You messaged me. Right, I'm going to drop you right in it. Harry, if you want to sue anyone, not me. I think Annabelle is scurrilous for saying this, actually. I think she's a gossip, Harry. But Annabelle thinks that Megsie and Daniel ran out at the Paris hotel, leaving a 10,000 euro bill because they couldn't pay it. That's what Annabelle says. I don't believe a word of it, personally. Lady C YouTube video up, title description. Had she known he was, I don't care. I mean, I'm not interested in the Epstein thing. I'm really not. So that's probably a video of hers I won't watch because I don't care. I'm sorry. I know I'm a monster. I'm awful. There are many tragedies in the world and I can't fix them. Most of the illegals in the UK have committed crime, state, mental health. Right. Well, yeah. Oops. Hi, Debs. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was epic. It was like a double mic drop. See her post today, though. Oh, no, it was all Fiona. Yeah, that's right. It was all me and Graham. So while Graham was going through chemotherapy, we were really busy making troll accounts. While we were flying to the UK to meet his surgeons, while he was shitting himself, by the way. Yeah, we were checking X. We were doing troll accounts. Yeah, that's right, Vivian, you lying bitch. When he was having major surgery and we didn't know if he was going to survive the 7-hour operation, I was checking X and I was tweeting. It's absolutely atrocious. Yeah, that's right, Vivian. You lying twat. And you all heard that here first. Gertie Rude is a liar. If I need to say shit, I say it as me, Vivian. Can you hear me? Can you see my lips moving, Vivian? Fuck off, Vivian. Not you, Debs. Yeah, that was epic last night. Epic. I really enjoyed seeing that compulsive liar ripped to shreds by Screwed Slime. Excellent. Encore. Just changing the subject slightly. It already has Fiona's images of the mentally impaired just thrown on the streets. Yeah. And you know what, Yvonne? A lot of people, when I did a video about mental health before, a lot of people in this community are retired nurses who've worked in psychiatric homes and said that when the care in a community thing started, a lot of these patients were just thrown out onto the street. They were insecure, they were frightened, they hadn't lived outside the community, they had friends when they were in the hospital, because I mean, these places are not like padded cell type shit. They were just thrown out and left to their own devices. Yes, I know, Josiah, even though I think probably 99.9% of the people can see that she's an absolute liar. You know, her screenshots are all over the place. I see last time I looked, a couple months ago, she deleted all her ex posts about, you know, me being a whore or something. I'm a whore. By the way, everybody, I'm a whore. I have sex with everybody, apparently. I'm having sex with Trevor. I'm having sex with H.G. Tudor. I'm having sex with all the men in the marina. I'm a whore. I just thought it's okay, Vivian. I'll get that message across for you, shall I, darling? I'm a whore. There, and the trolls can clip that as well. They can make a fucking meme out of it, can't they? Don't it mental silent. Should have been reformed, not abolished. Yes, exactly. To make them nicer, Lee. Exactly. Because people can get better. What's going to happen if someone is really seriously having a nervous breakdown and they're just left to their own devices? It's going to get worse, isn't it? Not only for them, but their family, people around them, people who live near them. It's just cruel, all round cruel. Yeah. I begin to think she always was. His ex-wife, Sarah, Duchess of York, with whom he still lives in the lavish 30-bedroom. Well, we're not sure if it's lavish, Leo. Can you imagine? It could be like I don't know. Have you seen that Grey Gardens film? You know, the Edie's, Big Edie and Little Edie. Look it up. They lived in a mansion, so you don't know. Will also be known as plain Sarah Ferguson. I think legally, once they're divorced, then she's like, for example, if Meghan got divorced, she'd be Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, or something, or the Duchess of Sussex. Zaza. Fiona, respectfully, you're wrong. The nuts huts in California are worse than hardcore penitentiary. Oh, that is awful, Zaza. That is awful, and that should not be the case. Not at all. Okay, everybody, newsflash. I haven't had sex with anybody in years. There you go, because apparently there's a whole corner of the internet that is fascinated about this old biddy's sex life. There you go. I've never had a particularly high sex drive. There's another newsflash. I mean, these adults that talk about sex, it's peculiar. A lot of people with mental illness and on their own in society don't keep taking their medication and turning. Yes. Well, as I understand it, and I'm going to speak with complete ignorance because I've never been on any of that kind of medication and I don't know, but I have heard people say it can take 8 weeks for it to kick in. Now, so the doctor tries to get the balance right. So you've got to wait 8 weeks. And if the balance isn't right, you've got to change it a bit, wait another 8 weeks, etc. Change it a bit, wait another 8 weeks. I mean, you could be looking at a full 12 months before... You saucy monkeys in the chat, you just want to talk about sex, don't you? Are you sure you've not even had a dream? No, I swear to God, I don't even dream about it. I really don't. Well, apparently I do, Ireland. Apparently I do. I've been looking up parasocial relationships, actually. It's quite fascinating because there are some people who feel that when they watch any YouTuber, that they really, really know them. I mean, they know them so well and they feel they're so intimate with that YouTuber that they're comfortable to just go on a live with them and scream at them like they've known them for years, or like, oh, I'm so familiar with you. You're just like a family member. It's incredible. There's another form of mental illness. So do Beatrice and Eugenie still be Princess of York? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I think if Andrew renounces his titles, it doesn't mean they'll lose theirs. Are you trying to say that I'm like the fucking Fulfords? Yes, I remember them. They were awesome. Parasocial relationships are fascinating. Yes, Annabelle, they are. They are. I mean, the majority of people, I think, just accept it that we're all just people. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about this girl, Chrissy something. Chrissy Grimmy. I'll do a screen share so you can see what she looks like. Just a screen share. This girl, right? Chrissy Grimmy. She was really big on YouTube, and apparently she was bigger than like most of the singers back in the day. Personally, I don't remember her, but I've never been into pop music. And she liked to really, really connect with all the people who followed her on YouTube. And when she did live concerts, she would like to meet her followers backstage. And one of them had a gun and he killed her. That's quite an extreme, you know, parasocial type thing. But I mean, there are some members of our community around here, I think you all probably know what I'm talking about, who feel that it's okay to go on people's lives and go like a fucking nutter, which rhymes with another word which apparently I'm not allowed to say, because this person gets offended even though he calls me an ugly wrinkly old hag. Oh, I'm offended. partly, yes, it is a bit of a hobby of mine, teasing nutters, especially rude nutters. I like nice nutters, amusing nutters, friendly nutters. This, by the way, guys, this is not rosé. I'm just, oh, God's sake, because you know, they all go, oh, she drank, she drank, she drank. You know, the people, it's actually, it's in Spanish, but you can Google that. If you can read backwards as well. But you can see the berries. Can you see the berries, Vivian? Can you see the berries? Oh, I'm having fun on this live tonight. I'm letting off some steam. Hi, Fiona and everyone in. You haven't missed anything. Don't worry. We've got everything under control. No offence is taken, not given. I'm really sorry if I've missed a lot of we'll never do anything. Well, I do feel, isn't it odd that we're not allowed to say Happy Christmas, Happy Easter? It's like holidays. Do you know what I mean, guys? Yes, I agree with you there, Pamela. Children should not be made to suffer for the sins of the parents. I do. I agree with you. Nice. Yeah, nice nutters are cool. They're okay. I don't mind them. In fact, there was a really cute guy in London who was quite unsuccessfully trying to hide behind pillars that were narrower than his body in London, and it really bothered Graham. The guy was on the other side of the road and he was walking sideways like a crab from one pillar to the next, like something out of a Monty Python sketch, and I thought it was awesome and really amusing. And Graham was he just couldn't cope at all, and he said, please don't get eye contact, please don't. Well, I did, and the guy crossed the road, and he was completely harmless, and I just thought it was hilarious. I wasn't sure if he was really not well or if he was doing it for a laugh to be like Monty Python. And there was another guy marching down the road going, I've told you all, I've told you all, I've told you all, you won't listen to me. And he heard him coming up behind. He went, don't you dare, Fiona, don't engage. And I went, it's fine. Anyway, as soon as the guy got level with me, I went, I know. You were right all along. And he went, there you go. I was right. And he went all down Buckingham Palace Road, screaming his head off. She said I was right. She said I was right. Oh, I thought that was kind of epic. Anyway. Yes, probably going to get thrown off YouTube for all of this. I can hear them putting their little complaints in. I want to complain. I want to report her channel. She's laughing at nutters. Yeah, I said nutters, not cutters. Don't worry. Oops. I'm going to set it there. Right. Oh, I'm way behind in the chat. I thought all the comments had stopped. I've known you from the beginning days of your... Oh, God, yes. I think I'm losing my mind. I was brought up in my family were like, to be dead polite to everybody all the time, no matter how rude, how difficult they are, So I grew up being quite a timid child and handing out vol au vents at events and stuff and serving drinks and, oh, hello, yes, and smiling till your face cracks. And I was dead polite and scared of everybody till I was about 23. And something inside me snapped. And I went mental for about 2 weeks, actually. And it's a long story. And I really lost my shit. And I hit that stage. I was 23 years old, and I just thought, some people that you meet in life, the only way to deal with them is to say, do you know what, fuck off. Because they don't get the message any other way. And then I sort of got worse as I got older. And I suspect I'm going to get a lot more worse. If I make it to old age, I'm probably going to be one of these really super rude old ladies who just comes out and says shit, unfortunately. Because I'm fed up with politeness, In my opinion, the children are living in plain sight with real parents. No need to worry. Right, you're obviously talking to someone else in the comments trays here. If the dukedom is removed, then surely all family references to York disappear. I don't know, Stephen. I really don't know. I seem to recall somebody, I think it was Lady C, said they would keep the titles. I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah, yeah, I'm probably a little bit on the rude side though myself. Um, yeah, well, I was actually going to do a live rowing around the marina, but it's a bit windy and it's not too windy to row. But I think for the microphone for you guys, I think it would have annoyed you quite a lot. Um, Now that Andrew has the headlines today, how will Megsy top it? She'll be the only person on planet Earth who's jealous of his headlines. He'll be like, take them, take them, take them. Right, right. I mean, yeah, go for it. Personally, I want to know. I don't want to cut. Right, let's clear this up. I'm not interested in Harry's erections or lack of. What I'm interested in is his current wife behind the puff pieces that are talking about his erectile dysfunction and baldness. That's the aspect I'm interested in at the moment, because if she is, that's the worst. That's the worst ever. And it's amusing. And it's the kind of thing that, I don't know, lifts my heart during the day. I don't know why. It just makes me feel better. If I've had a shitty day, I think, you have a shitty day. Hello?
Yeah.
Are you still working on your car?
No.
Have you done it?
No, I did the front left wheel.
Right, okay.
And it started getting a bit darker, and I thought, well, let's.
Are you going out somewhere?
No.
You're back?
Yeah.
Have you brought a friend?
No.
Good.
It's just me.
Excellent.
I'm a little bit grubby still. Like, have a look at my knee, for example.
Oh, Ben, that's awful.
I cleaned my hands and my arms.
Show them your hand. Let's see your hands.
My hands are relatively clean. That's after about, I don't know, 5 runs of soap. Literally, I'm not even kidding you. My hand was like
There's a
black and white
special-
minstrel.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Say it on my channel. Don't say it on your channel.
but
He's
that's-
talking about chocolate sweets called
No, it was a show
minstrels.
years ago.
No, it wasn't. Okay, I've done enough damage to my own channel. I don't need your help. Thank you very much.
What is everybody saying?
If you want, you can. I'll send you the link, and you can come up as a guest. That way, you can lay in your bedroom.
I was gonna get a shower, clean all the black off of me.
Oh, okay. You might want to put the curtain back up. Please be careful with it when you put it back up. Otherwise, the whole neighbourhood can see you having a shower. I've taken the curtains down, you see, guys, because what? Oh,
All I can say is I'm successful with the ladies.
well, that was a stupid thing to say on live.
Oh no! What if my ex hears about it?
Don't worry, Ben, because it'll be me that gets it in the neck. It usually is. If another YouTuber pisses anyone off, it's me that gets it in the neck.
Oh yes, by the way,
You
anybody
fuck
that
up
was
with your
wondering-
relationships, I usually get it in the neck from the
Yes.
ex-girlfriend.
If anybody was wondering, yes, I am not in a relationship anymore.
Oh, how delicate of you, how gallant of you to announce it live on the internet.
Yes, but that will probably change.
Don't touch the curtains. Well,
Oh, no.
oh God, yeah, if your hands are dirty, they're white curtains. Thank you, Diane. Yes, they are white. They're shower curtains, and they're on 2 gold poles, and they're plastic, and the little clips, some of them broke, so I had to put a screw in the wall, and it'll probably break the rest of them. Right, what were we up to before we were so rudely interrupted? Wrong. Markle does not want to be princess. She wants to be queen. Well, yeah, eventually, but I think she's happy with the stepping stone of princess. In the meantime, I don't care who's behind it. But the karma of embarrassment is visiting him in a similar way to how he's exposed his brother's bodily intimate disposition. Dish served cold. Well, you have a fair point there, Outer Limits, and a fair point. Hello, squirrel. I should go to Glastonbury. A woman was talking to Henry VIII, and a guy had a box on his head. Yeah, I'm sure I've told you about the guy before. He used to hang outside the co-op on Blatchington Road, and he sprayed himself from head to toe in silver. And he told everybody he was from the future, and he had an old tape recorder. They'd sprayed silver, and that was his time machine. But he was charming, and everybody loved him. Now, I don't know if this guy really was mentally ill or not, whether it was like an act, And he would talk to people, and he would captivate people. And at the time, we were in the late 90s, and he said he was from the year 2002 or something. And it was just such a brilliant and imaginative, it's far better than just running up to someone, screaming in their face, blaming them for all the problems in their life. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can well imagine. Plus, I should imagine there might be a few hallucinogenics at Glastonbury. Just went on CBCA. Well, he said takes away from the work the monarchy does. Good for him. Probably doesn't want to, but has no choice. Stupid Harry next. Doubt that loves it. Wow. I think we're in for some interesting times one way or another. Harry could make an ad about medications that help with erections. Well, I mean, this is a serious subject, actually, right? And it's something that's really close to my heart, because obviously Graham had surgery, and one of the things they removed was his prostate, and it really hurts a man. Do you know, really, even though Graham and I were not, as unfortunately I feel I have to announce, we were never, we're kids, we were busy working. You guys know what it's like. But it hurts a man. It really hurts a man. That's a low blow to a man. And I think if Markle's behind that, I think she's a supreme bitch. If she's behind it. Oh yeah, Faith and Braden, their videos. I love their videos with their narration of the castles and Braden acting out as the Prince Charming. I love that. We have that guy walks around with a cat on his head. An actual cat. A real cat. Oh my God, how does he get the cat to cooperate? That's actually impressive. I've got 2 little St. George's flags and 2 little Union flags in a vase in the window. Good for you, Christine. Quite right too. What's all this nonsense about flags that people aren't allowed to, Erectile dysfunction to a man is the same as a woman feeling when she's yeah, exactly, Ham Shackleton. It's not a laughing matter. I know, it's tempting to laugh because it's Harry, isn't it? We can all have a bit of a dig at Harry, but I think this is a blow too low, personally. And whoever is behind it, Megsy, her sugars, I think it's a nasty, very nasty. I mean, the losing hair thing, yeah, he's teased William, so he kind of deserves that. But she is a princess, Princess Henry. Technically, yes, Jerry Jordan. Even when they divorce, she will be Princess Henry. That if they take away the Sussex titles, yes, you are right. If they take away the dukedom, she will be Princess Henry. Well, if they take away the dukedom, she can't be Princess Henry of Sussex. She'll just be Princess Henry, like Princess Michael. It used to confuse me when I was a kid. My mum and dad would go, that's Prince Michael. And I'd point Prince Michael out. And then they go, that's Princess Michael. And I'd think, she's a girl, he's a boy. Why has she got the name Michael? And they'd say, because she has the boy's name. And I'd think, what? When I was a kid, I couldn't get my head around it at all. Remember how full-breasted Harry looks? Well, yeah, I mean, he's had moves, hasn't he? But I mean, come on, a lot of guys have got moves. As you get older, I just think that's something that happens. Yes, Meghan will, and if this is how we're going to set off and continue as we mean to go on, it's going to get nasty, isn't it? It will be fun for the rest of us to watch, though. Yes, there's some serious talent out there on the internet. You're having a cheeky vodka and tonic and a ciggy. Well, I'm still on the cranberry juice. I might add some wine to it in a bit. Pa has handed in his titles. Prince Andrew. Right, okay, got it. Prince Andrew. Sorry, I'm a bit slow there. Those two have bad juju. Anything they will do will go to shit. Andrew and Sarah, or Harry and Meghan. Windsors in general have no moves. Yeah, they're actually quite a lean family, aren't they? And always kind of have been. I mean, Henry VIII, I think he was really short as well. I remember going to Leeds Castle and they had his uniform there, his suit of armour. and it was really quite short. But then someone else in the comments told me he was actually really tall. So maybe they were blagging me at Leeds Castle, and maybe they just found any old uniform and they just put that on display. And I remember when we went to the Tower of London, I went up the White Tower, and there's a waxwork from Madame Tussauds of George V. And it's, when I turned around, I was like eye to eye with him. So I don't think he was particularly tall because I'm 5'6", and his dummy was on a stand, so he could have been 5'2", but he wasn't particularly fat. He was quite lean, and like I was direct eye to eye contact, and it was quite scary because he's quite a formidable king, isn't he, George V? Bitch will just make everyone call her Princess Meghan. Yeah, of course she will. And all the other inmates at the loony bin will go along with it, I'm sure. You'll see. You'll see. I read the entitled book about the Yorks. Sarah was just as bad as Andrew. I wasn't surprised. No, I mean, I don't really know why anybody's surprised. I haven't read it. The thing is, Moj, you know me and books. It takes me ages to read a book. I mean, books, they're really thick. So I've got to be really interested to do it. And if the subject is not grabbing me, then I just can't. I'll wait for the movie to come out. What a skank the Yorks are, almost as bad as the Sussex both times. I love the way you say almost as bad as the Sussex is. I love that you've added that caveat in there. Serves Harry right, making fun of William. Well, is it Meghan's game plan to make him insecure about his hair? Oh yeah, she's probably been working on driving him around the bend for ages. So that besides mentally taking Harry's bits, she's made it a physical thing now. Well, yeah, I mean, mentally she will. She's like demasculating him, isn't she? She's whatever's left of the guy, and let's face it, he's a bit of a shell of his former self, whether you like him or not. She's probably determined to just destroy the very, very last thingamajigamy of him. Whatever, I can't think what of the word. Who wrote that? Books need space, and you seem limited. Oh, you mean on the boat? I've got space in the house. That I was really impressed that I managed to read Lady C's book twice about the Queen Mother, and that's saying something for me because I've read like 8 books in my whole life, and I'm 55. And one of those books was the Bible. I used to read that a lot, all the time. I don't read that many books. I've read in recent years, since following this Harry and Meghan story, I think I've read more books than ever before in my life. But I'm not the sort of person that can just, I mean, I like it. A friend of mine gave me a Minette Walters book to read years ago, and I couldn't put it down. I thought it was brilliant. She's a very clever writer, and she keeps you guessing all the way through the book. And I did enjoy that. But Faith was very little, so I had to keep putting it down all the time, like every 30 seconds, because she was like a baby. Any clue why he's hanging on to that old handbag? Blackmail? Don't know. What does her hair look like without extensions? Well, I dread to think. I don't think she has much to do with his insecurity. He was a dick to his brother about going bald. It's something he's always had an issue with. Well, yeah, there's footage of them, isn't there, where William teased him for being a ginger, and then Harry teased William back for going bald. And I think it was sort of taken in good spirit at the time. Oh my God, Nancy. Fiona, I have read over 500 books. Oh my God. You're like, I mean, I'm not being funny, but that's a scholar. I'm a complete ignoramus, and I really struggle to read. Anyone would think that Andrew was a convicted killer. Well, yeah, the feeding. That was my point earlier, Tanya. Fair enough, and the guy's had 10 years of shit, but the press are never giving Harry and Meghan shit. Never. They just give him a free pass all the time. Breaking news on Sky is Andrew's giving up all his titles. Well, good for him. That's his choice. Good for him. He's basically just, I think that's Andrew saying, leave me alone. Have the titles, have the money, have Royal Lodge. I'll go live in a fucking council house. Just leave me the fuck alone. I think that'd be my interpretation. In fact, I suggested he do that, I'm sure, about a month ago, and I like to think he subscribes and, of course, gets all his excellent advice off me, because I'm a massive success in life. What could possibly go wrong taking my advice? I'm not sure she is a she. I think it is possible she is a he. I'm not quite sure who you're talking about there. I think I might have butted in on a conversation. Could be, Rhonda. Could be. I'm getting behind on these comments again. Hello, Amy. I want to read the latest Peter James book. He wrote it with some permission from Camilla. Oh, is this the fella that was he writes murder mystery type things and about a detective based in Sussex, and he's met Camilla because she's got the book club, and she said, why don't you do one in Buckingham Palace? Yeah. Hello, our Brian. Oh, the life of Brian. In fact, every time I see your comments, when I finish a live or a premiere, I go and listen to the Galaxy song. You like the Galaxy song? I see Megan has a new book out about her achievements. It's more a short story or pamphlet, leaflet. It all goes back to sausages, does it? You're not sure. Oh wow, I'm way behind on the. Hello, Aquitaine. I haven't seen this name before. Yes, so I hear. Cambridge. He is still with her because he thinks she is a brilliant warrior and gives him backbone. He will never leave her. Well, she's a narc, isn't she, Cambridge? And she's tricked him into believing that he needs her. The day he actually finally leaves her, he's going to kick himself and he's going to think, I should have done this years ago. This is how I felt happy. I haven't experienced happiness since before I met her, and now I've left her. I'm experiencing happiness again. Why didn't I do this years ago? Why have I wasted years? William won that one next. Okay. Yeah, what?
We got like a bag of clean laundry. I'm looking for some like.
Yeah. Well, no, I put all your clean laundry in your wardrobe on the shelf.
You've hidden them.
Oh my God, that's what a wardrobe is for, Ben. You're not supposed to store your clothes on the floor.
How am I supposed to find them if someone comes and finds them in a wardrobe? It's the last place.
I'm an avid book reader. Someone at my club was trying to describe one he had found, and I could tell him all the details because I read it years ago. That is, I really, I'm not, hats off. I was never, ever been very good at reading or handwriting. I can type, but handwriting, oh, that's a nightmare. But no, I'm just not, right. Maybe it wasn't his choice. Maybe not, Christine, but I think probably otherwise, I mean, when the Queen stripped Andrew of all his titles, it was made clear, that was not his choice. But I think this time round, I mean, I can well imagine the guy, to me, it's just my instinct. That's probably what I'd do. I go, do you know what? Just stick it then. If it's that important, just stick it, keep it. I'm not interested. CBC, yes. It's him saying, get me out of here because the next step is criminal indictment. Well, I mean, and actually Zaza, after that, like I say, they'll want to strip him naked, set fire to him, march him up and down the road, then set fire to Sarah, set fire to Beatrice, Eugenie, both their husbands and the small children. In fact, I think we should bring hanging back and the stocks, definitely. Let's go the whole fucking hog, shall we? I'm having a dig at Fleet Street here, by the way, Zaza. So Derry Street, I'll talk straight to you. I'll Daily Mail because we've got a bit of history, haven't we? And you know how much I love you guys. Why don't you grow some fucking nuts and print some decent stories about Meghan and Harry? And when I say Derry Street, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm talking to the Daily Mail. How about the Sun? Print some decent stories about Harry and Meghan. Really go there. I mean, really go there. Stop pussyfooting around. I am sick and tired of the press. God, they went for me back in the day. Fuck me. Like piranhas. But they won't go for old Megsy. Wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, I think someone else has said that. Someone in the press will choose to break the seal on the grifters. Yes, Rhonda. Well, hopefully. I don't know why you're getting your comment, Zaja. Are you like Jaja Gabor? I loved the Gabor sisters. They were my favourites. I'm biometric self-taught expert. Megan is without a doubt, as Lady C, as either intersex or male. Right, okay, like Wallace. Like Wallace, you mean? Fergie might be Princess Andrew. Um, you could be right there, Clumple, technically. You could well be right. I mean, I've always found it quite weird that when these, like, pretty high up royals get married, they're given a dukedom, which I know it's a royal dukedom, but they go from being a prince to a duke. Do you see what I mean? I've always sort of thought, is that because they don't want anyone else in the family to be princess, like the Princess of Wales or something, for members of the public? I don't know. But then we've got Princess Michael. One of my last surgeries, I had a room full of doctors and equipment yelled out, "Where's the machine that goes ping?" Did they really? After discussion with the king, his family, and with His Majesty's agreement, in a statement, Andrew says, "I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and country first." Good for him. I read between 50 and 100 books a year. Oh my God, Tracy, you guys are like, I feel a little bit intimidated, quite frankly, right now. Are you going, Mustard, or are you saying farewell to Andrew? My kids stores clothes in hampers that I put in her room with clean folded clothes in them. That's very good, Cambridge. My son doesn't do any of those things. You're not supposed to store the clothes on the floor. No, you're not. But he gets it from his father, who did it for 25 years. I think they're waiting for the conclusion of the court case if it goes to press. Yeah, maybe, Alison. But I mean, Harry's got so many court cases. That's never going to go anywhere, is it? It's a dead dog. A guy's flogging a dead horse there. A royal duke is higher than. So I've been told, European. So I've been told. But the hierarchy is duke is lower than prince. I think that's the way they sell it to us. It's a whole specialist area of law, but yeah, I hear people say that sort of thing. But if you're a 5-year-old and you're looking, you think, well, the prince got married to a lady, she should be a princess. But oh no, they're going to be a duke and a duchess. So from when I was 5, I'd look at it as a kid and think, well, that sounds like a bit of a downgrade to me. Has will not experience happiness again. If he comes back, he will be a reject. Well, Francois, if he moves to the countryside and he just lives his life, he'll be fine, won't he? Have you seen the report on Lara on all kinds of wrong about the fake pregnancies and the scandal? Yes, I have. I do subscribe to it, and I have been watching her. I only came across her recently, thanks to a lot of you guys, and yes, I have been watching. And yes, it is interesting because she's worked in the industry for years, so it gives a bit of an idea of how things work. I'm great with words, but cannot cope with meeting people. I bet you're one of these people who can do the Times crossword in under 20 minutes. And that's impressive if you can do that. I can't even do like a really easy crossword in one of those crossword books that's made for babies, that you buy for kids on holiday. The monarch customarily grants a English royal dukedom to a child or a grandchild, but not always a grandchild. We just got unlucky with the Sussex one, didn't we, guys? Anyone out there from Sussex? Boys and men are always the same with clothes on the floor. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm so behind on the comments, guys. Yeah. When they're a princess or whatever their title was, because I think it was Clumple who said that technically Sarah Ferguson would be Princess Andrew, wouldn't she? I think, technically. But because they were primarily known as the Duke and Duchess of York, when they divorced, she's called Sarah. I don't know if it's Sarah the Duchess of York or Sarah Duchess of York. I think it might be the Duchess of York. I think that's how it indicates a divorced woman. I can't remember. Oh man, I am so behind on the comments. I'm going to skim forward. Based on what Kevin O'Sullivan, like Kevin, said about a year ago, most of Brit tabloids think Harry's divorce is inevitable, so they hedge their bets. Yeah, but they're so pussyfoot about it. I like Kevin because Kevin speaks his mind, and I like seeing him with Kinsey as well. If I've got the right Kevin, I think I am. I'm 50-50. Harry will hand in his title. Do you really think, Amanda? I don't think so. I think it's going to be like nails down a chalkboard, prizing those titles off Harry and Meghan. She's going to scream her head off. She's going to go mad, and she's going to call herself Princess Henry. And then after a few puff pieces, she'll call herself Princess Meghan. I'm Princess Meghan. I'm a real princess. Little girls look up to me. Black and white minstrels, that's bang out of order. He wants to scrub. That comment's going down. Thank you. Here we go. And all my critics will be going, oh, report timestamp. Right. Who is that who said that? Report that account. You are going to be shadow banned. So am I, my friend. Because they are divorced, she will only become Princess Andrew if she remarried Andrew. Oh, okay, Lynn. It's a minefield of a whole area of law, isn't it? Will Prince Archie still be a Dumbarton if they lose the Sussex title? Well, that would depend if they lose the Dumbarton. He's Earl of Dumbarton, isn't he, Harry? He's Count of Kilkern, is it? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? You're right, Fiona. Fergie may not be Princess Andrew because of the divorce, which is why I think Meghan will not go for the divorce. No, she'd probably prefer widowhood. What you got, Carrie? And only joking. Bearing in mind, it's no secret that Lily is Nutmeg's favourite. Oh yes, Champagne, isn't she just? Isn't it always the little girl that's pushed forward? I mean, how is that little boy going to feel as he gets older? Because it's going to become more and more obvious, isn't it? Favourite child syndrome. Oh, wow. Yes. There may be trouble ahead. Yeah. Oh, yes, Rhonda. For sure. For sure they will hang on to the titles for dear life. YouTube will not cut you any slack over that. Trust me. You are going to be shadow banned, and so am I. I never enjoyed that show as I was a kid. My gran used to love it. She'd go, oh, I love the black and white minstrels. And I'd just think, oh, God, they're straw boaters. And it was, they used to be on something like the Two Ronnies, weren't they? It was like a segment they put halfway through. I used to love the Two Ronnies. My favourite bit was The Worm Who Turned, which was, like, for anyone who doesn't know, it was a comedy sketch where the two Ronnies, all the men, it was a futuristic society where all the men wore dresses and dressed as women, but they spoke as men. They had beards and moustaches. Sounding familiar, people? And they would stay home baking, and the women would wear suits and ties and go to work. And it was a society where women dominated everything. And Diana Dawes, the fabulous Dawsey, was the something like hair commandant, and she was, I mean, I was quite scared of her, actually, the character. And then they'd finish that and they go to the black and white minstrels, and I think, every week. I just didn't find them very amusing at all. Can you imagine Meghan as a mother-in-law? I can imagine Meghan being like the crazy chick in the attic in Jane Eyre. You know, the first wife that he didn't know what to do with hers, and people could hear screams at night and see this crazy lady running around in a nightie. For the nobility, not royalty, the hierarchy is non-royal duke, duchess, marquis, marchioness, earl, countess, viscount, viscountess, baron, baroness. That's the difference. Yeah, I know, but I mean the royal duke. If I'd been in Meghan's shoes and I was American, I think I'd have been like, what? We're getting married and I'm not going to be a princess? Are you kidding me? Well, what's the point then? Time for tea. Giving side eye. Time for tea. Time for tea is awesome. Piggy Malone. Yes, but I doubt that will happen knowing family history. Needs protecting from a DNA test, let alone the children. Well, I mean, it's a can of worms, Clumple. I don't think any in the family really want to open. Because let's say that they did start having a big debate about, well, if Archie and Lily have got to have DNA tests, we better DNA test all the others, everybody's children. Going back to Dot, I mean, they might even start suggesting digging up old royals to do DNA tests to see if there were, any cuckoos in the nest. It's because the big thing with the royals is that they are a bloodline. I don't think they want that can of worms open. So, I mean, Megsy could not have done a worse thing than whatever the hell was going on there. She had padding that was like the bump was up here in the morning and down there in the afternoon. It was like she had a, she could pump it up. I've just watched 2 documentaries on YouTube about the wonderful doors. There's Beverly. There's they did a 2 or 3 part dramatization of her life with Amanda. Oh, I can't think of her name. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think Keely Hawes played her as the young Dorsey, and Amanda, I can't think of her name, played her as the older Diana, and it's bloody marvelous. You'd love it, and it is here on YouTube. I showed my daughter when she was about 14, and I said, you're going to love this lady. And she just loved Diana Dawes and said, oh, she looked like a lot of fun to be with. Diana Dawes was a legend. Meghan wants to homeschool those children, haven't it? Well, that sounds like isolation, no friends. I mean, we took our 2 kids out of school. We did that when they were about, I think Benji was 13 or 14 and Faith was 15, 16. And I was really concerned. The one big thing, we had a sort of a family meeting was, are you going to have a social life? And they were like, well, we fucking hate school and we get bullied all the time. And oddly enough, with the internet, they made more friends when they were home learning. But it's a big decision, and it's certainly not something to do to, well, I mean, people can do it with younger kids. I've met families who do homeschooling, and then they meet up so the kids get to play with other kids. They're in a group. I think with Meghan and Harry, it's a terrible idea. It's terrible. Fergie got called out, took a hell of a long time. will get hers, always out in the wash. Just tuning in. Yes, we've heard, Doreen. We've heard. And good for him. And hello, Fiona Hall. Diana Dawes was. And what an actress. If you watch old Diana Dawes films, so talented on so many levels. She was very, very much loved, Diana Dawes. Megsy homeschool. Well, firstly, both their kids are going to be banned from the internet like forever. And they're probably the kind of parents who don't let them watch TV, listen to music. I'm not taking the piss out of anyone who's into this, because I do like the Early Learning Centre, but they're probably 2 kids who are going to be made to play with wooden toys until they're 16. No makeup, no going out, no boys, no boyfriends, no girlfriends, no learning to drive, never going to have alcohol at family. Well, there won't be any family occasions, will there? I mean, it's just a barrel of laughs. I better living with those 2. We've homeschooled kids here in New Hampshire, and they get together, exactly, or they tend to form a band or a group. And I know a lot of people in churches do homeschooling. With our 2, what we did is we signed them up for air cadets in Gibraltar. And one of Ben's best friends, Sam, who comes around here all the time, the little guy, they met at air cadets. And they've been friends ever since. And they also made friends with other kids that they hadn't known through school. And they made friends with kids. Ben's got a friend in Luxembourg. He's been best friends with for years. And the guy actually came down here to visit with his mum and dad and his friend. It was quite awesome, actually. And then I discovered Benji said, I'm going to get up at 2:30 in the morning or something. And I said, well, what for? He said, I've set an alarm because I subscribe to NASA. and they're launching a rocket, or they're doing something with the Hubble telescope. And he said, I want to watch that. And all of a sudden, my kids started learning shit they were interested in. So I just left them to it in the end. When I first started it, I thought, right, we're going to do 9 to 5, and you're going to do this, and there's going to be homework. And I like tried to structure it. Total disaster. In the end, I said, you just do what you want. And I thought they'll just probably play computer games, which they did. And that does a lot for their social life because they game socially. But also, they really got into stuff. My daughter got into hieroglyphics and Egyptology massively, and studying things like the goddess Isis. And she actually learned a new language. It's like where you write in runes, and then she invented her own language. And I find books around here occasionally. I open it up and it's like all hieroglyphics, and I think that's one of her crazy books where she can read it, she understands it all, so she created her own kind of shorthand. It's astonishing. So they did better on their own. That's interesting. Maybe part of the deal so you can keep living. Maybe you can bet your bottom dollar there's been deals, there's been discussions. I bet there's been discussions for a long time. What sex tape? Yeah. Michael's going to pimp out little Betty. I homeschooled my children and grandchildren. They were in so many activities that kept them with other children. Yeah. It is. I mean, it was my biggest worry because we had no idea if they would affect them socially or not. That show was from another era, different ideals, conventions. It hasn't been around. Oh, what, the black and white? Yeah, they started making a thing about the black and white minstrels. Well, it was white people blacking up, wasn't it? With they weren't just blacking up. I mean, they wore white lipstick, as I recall, and they had big white circles around their eyes, and they'd sing songs like "Mammy, Mammy," and they had the white gloves and stuff. It was. I don't think it should have been banned for being racist, but I'm glad it was banned because it was shit. It was really not entertaining. Well, I didn't find it entertaining. If I found it entertaining, I'd probably dig up YouTube videos of it now. And hello, right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got to the bottom of the comments, but I've skipped out an awful lot of comments. Right. Well, we've been going for an hour 37, and I know you people are itching to go and see Sky News or, well, whatever news station you look at, and see if Andrew's going to come out and actually make a statement and say anything. No, I didn't like them time for tea. I mean, I just thought they were weird. Oh, I tell you what, if you want to see something shocking from back in the day, and it is kind of amusing, is the hit Stay Young and Beautiful If You Want to Be Loved. Go watch that on YouTube. I've shown both my kids and they pissed themselves laughing. They said, how the hell did they get away with that? Stay young and beautiful. Look it up. And it's on YouTube. YouTube have not like banned it or anything. I've learned more by watching mythic women on YouTube, Mary Beard and Johanna Fletcher. I'm not familiar with them, but yeah, I've learned so much from being on YouTube and being on the internet just generally. I have learned so much myself. Lenny Henry blacked up to play a minstrel. Did he? Yeah, it's a really, for anyone who doesn't know what the black and white minstrels were, it's a very stylish, specific way of blacking up. It's not like you would think. And I mean, I don't know if they were black people or white. You couldn't really tell what their race was because they're this really severe makeup. I mean, it was jet black, and like I say, with a white ring around the mouth. I don't think it was lipstick. I think the ring actually went out on the outside of the lips, and then the eyes. It was super weird, and the singing was shit. Wurzel Gummidge. Handsome head used to scare me. I preferred him as Doctor Who. I would much. Oh, what's this? Prince Andrew's still on the royal webpage. Right, I was going to say that, Donna. Right, we're all going to keep our beady eyes on that royal webpage. You need to keep refreshing it all night and checking it. Oh, it's mustard. I am not posting that comment. I mean, do you remember the fuss about that? And Margaret Carroll Thatcher, like 20 years ago. Woo! Oh, my God. And it's so unjust, mustard, because I had only just saved up enough of the Robinson stamps to get one. And then they cancelled the whole thing. I was heartbroken. Just get a couple more comments before we go. Any divorce will get really nasty because Nutmeg has Marcus Anderson in her. Well, I think they're going to get nasty anyway, Champagne, because she's, she's nasty. She's nasty. As there was a press story about an announcement about the change in royal titles, and the thumbnail was the Sussexes. Clickbait, doggy. Don't you just hate it when people do that? I try and make sure my thumbnails kind of reflect what I'm going to talk about, and my titles. I try not to. That probably don't succeed. Andrew will do a Lord Lincoln now. Well, maybe, Caroline. He may disappear into the middle of nowhere, or, he might become a farmer. He might go and buy a very, very small holding and grow strawberries for the rest of his life. Oh, right. Look up what DOS means, as in Markle showing her initials on her luggage. I saw that. How naff was that? How naff. What, Nikki? Oh, are you meaning Candor? I don't know. He's probably live himself at the moment. I have no idea. More stricter now to take children out of school, more red tape. I can imagine, Mouse. I can imagine. Can you see Andrew twerking? No, Annie, no. And I haven't seen him doing that. I love reaction videos when people watch Blazing Saddles. My dad loved Blazing Saddles. He really, really, really liked that. It's how society played out. Yes, yes. Well, thank you all very, very much for joining me for 1 hour, 41 minutes. This has been epic. We've had quite the chin wag, haven't we? We've been very outspoken. We didn't get to talk about Harry's erectile dysfunction very much, did we? Poor Harry, he's probably was watching this until he heard, Megsy go, whoa, look at Sky News, Andrews. He's probably going, oh, they're going to talk about my erectile dysfunction. How did they know, Megan? It must be William and Catherine. How did they know? Oh, I don't know, she says, sharpening her nails. Anyway, thank you very, very much. Have a great weekend. I might do more videos depending on what happens with Megsy, Harry. I doubt I will cover, I don't know, I might cover Andrew. I might do. He's not really my era and stuff. But anyway, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you very, very, very much for joining me. And may your God be with you.